I start off with a rye starter, feed a small amount to large amounts of water, large amounts of flour. Take that, I mix it in with rye, spelt, some more bread flour, mix all that up, separate each one out, weigh them individually, and then we hand shape each individual one, and then there's pretzel. I started off at NKU, focused on audio engineering. I graduated in 2008 and basically couldn't find a job anywhere, so I went back to food, which I'd been doing at fast food and stuff like that. Also had some weird little health issues, so I decided to go vegetarian. I realized I couldn't get fast food that was vegetarian, so I had to start cooking and kind of went as hard as I could, and then I ended up befriending some different cooks and they kind of took me under their wing, and then finally I met a French chef who wanted to basically make me his apprentice, and then I worked my way up over 6 years to become his sous chef. Learned all the French classics that he could teach me, and I constantly pursued different avenues of food that I wanted to do. We bought a food truck at one point, which ended up sitting, we kept having kids and couldn't afford to put money aside for that. We had our third child and I felt like I was putting a little bit too much on my mom babysitting wise, so I wanted to become a stay-at-home dad. I had a friend who was a baker. We started baking at Fireside after hours when they would close, just so I could kind of get something out of me. Like, I'd been working with sourdough for several years on my own and really was enjoying it, and he wanted to show me some different techniques. And at the same time, I have always been really into genealogy, me and my mom both. We had been figuring out like how deep the Schwabian ancestry goes, like on both sides. And so I started looking into that and realized that there wasn't just a Bavarian pretzel, there was actually a Schwabian pretzel, and they're kind of like the rivals of that area. So I started going through hundreds of blogs and translating from Schwabian to High German to English, started getting kind of a median of all the different recipes of what that entailed. And once I started getting a recipe down that I really believed in, then I kind of created Tuba, and I was like, let's just see where this goes. So if you're wondering about like why Tuba, the name, I just wanted something simple that was German, that was recognizable. It's actually a German word, it's a German invented instrument. I went to school for music, I still have that as a passion, and just thought I would kind of put the two together. I'm kind of an awkward person, but I really like people. I just have trouble showing it, and more or less I feel like it's my way of just showing how much I care about people, and it's a very exhilarating thing to realize like something out of your head makes somebody sit at a table and go like, oh my God, or something. You know, it's incredibly satisfying. When I found food and really got into it, I really realized I was able to convey all the artistic motivation I had within me, and it came across better than any other medium. To me, it's an art form of being able to express yourself and being able to really get an idea out for people to experience, but at the same time, like, people get to taste it like it's a whole nother level of art.